Good evening and welcome to Frank and Drac. And tonight is a very special night because tonight we're going to be showing the original 1931 horror classic, Dracula, starring Bela Lugosi. Tell them about the movie, Frank.
Oh, okay, well, but I'm going to do it in rap.
Rap? What?
The king of the vampires is my friend Drac, and he'll suck at your blood if you give him any flack. If he doesn't get blood, he goes a little batty. His eyes swirl around and his breath gets ratty. He's a wolf, he's a bat, he's the walking dead. He's a real bad lover, Drac sucks in bed. All he can think about is keeping his youth, but sucking out blood is a little uncouth. His reflection doesn't shine in anybody's mirrors. If it did, he'd have wrinkles because he's getting up in years. He's a wolf, he's a bat, he's the walking dead. He's a real bad lover, Drac sucks in bed. If you look in his eyes, you could go insane. If you kiss him goodnight, he'll roll until you're vain. He's got plenty of style and lots of finesse, but sometimes he sounds like Desi Arnaz.
Hello, Lucy.
He's a wolf, he's a bat, he's the walking dead. He's a real bad lover, Drac sucks in bed. If you want to look anemic, this Drac will grant your wish, but when you sit down to dinner, your blood's the main dish. He'll remove all your plasma, your white cells, and your red, and before the table's cleared, it's a fact, you'll be dead. He's a wolf, he's a bat, he's the walking dead. He's a real bad lover, Drac sucks in bed. So we're closing this rap, this is all I gotta say. Just stay away from Drac and you'll live another day. If you don't, you'll be sorry, you'll be the walking dead. You'll be just like Drac and you'll suck in bed. Drac's a wolf, Drac's a bat, Drac's the walking dead. Drac's a real bad lover, Drac sucks in bed. He's a wolf, he's a bat, he's the walking dead. He's a real bad lover, Drac sucks in bed.
To a theater near you, Drac is Mikhail Baryshnikov as Lance, and Frank is Rudolf Nureyev as Clark in Dancers. Share in the bittersweet heartache and sorrow as Lance breaks his big toe.
I don't care what the doctors say. I will pirouette again. I will.
See Clark, born with the natural talents and abilities to make him great, but lacking the motivation and drive to fulfill his potential.
Where are you going, Clark?
Out to practice my stag leaps.
Clark, where are you really going?
All right, I'm going out for a pizza and some beer. And maybe I can lay some pie, too. What do you think of that?
Oh, Clark, you'll never be a great dancer that way.
Yeah, well don't wait up.
Witness the struggle that nearly tears their friendship apart.
I want to borrow your white tights for that production of Swan Lake.
No!
I want those white tights.
No!
Give me those white tights.
No!
Well, why not? I got nothing else to wear. Oh.
Here's what the critics are saying about Dancers. Not since The Deer Hunter and Platoon has the sense of male bonding and camaraderie been so strong in the American cinema. Prancing soon to a theater near you, Dancers.
Starts Friday at a theater near you.
I know a man from Havana. For a quarter, he'll show you his banana.
Oh, Ricky!
No, Lucy, if I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times, you cannot be in the show.
No! Ricky!
Well, now look what you did, Lucy. You went and you woke up little Ricky. You better go look about him.
All right.
Oh, somebody at the door. Oh, Fred and Ethel, how nice to see you. Come on in.
Gee, Drac, why you call me Fred?
Doggone it, Frank. Can't you get anything right?
Sorry, Drac. Oh, I mean, Ricky?
Yeah. So tell me, Fred, how are you doing?
Oh, okay.
And you, Ethel?
Fine, Ricky. Where's Lucy?
Oh, she's in there taking care of little Ricky.
Oh, yeah, we just came down here to see if you want to rent that vacation place up north with us again for the summer.
Well, actually, Fred, what I was thinking was that I would go to Hollywood again this year and make another pictures.
Great.
Oh, yeah. Last time we did that, we got a whole season out of it.
Yeah.
Hi, Ethel. Hi, Fred.
Oh, hi, Lucy.
Ricky, what would you like for dinner tonight?
Oh, I don't know, Lucy. Maybe a clap roast.
Okay.
Good. Now, as I was saying, Fred, I thought maybe in June we could take off for Hollywood.
Hi, Ethel. Hi, Fred.
Oh, hi, Lucy.
Ricky, what would you like for dinner tonight?
Oh, I don't know, Lucy. Maybe a clap roast.
Okay.
Okay, Lucy. Now, Fred, about this Hollywood vacation.
Hi, Ethel.
Oh, hi, Lucy.
Say, Ricky, what would you like for dinner tonight?
Oh, gee, Lucy, why don't you surprise me? Make me a clap roast.
Okay.
Good. Now,
Gee, Ricky, you must have a pretty big appetite. 3 clap roasts.
oh, no, Fred. Watch this.
Ricky, I burned the clock roast. Ricky, I burned the clock roast.
There, you see, Fred?
Yeah, what a bunch of screw-ups.
Yeah. Now look what you did, Lucy. You went and you woke up little Ricky again.
That's right. You woke up little Ricky again, and I'm getting sick of this. And besides, I'm getting hungry, damn it.
Yeah, you hear that? You better go feed him, Lucy's.
All right.
Ricky, maybe it isn't any of my business, but isn't little Ricky a bit old to be wearing diapers?
Well, gee, I don't know, Fred. Don't ask me. You know, I think he's too old to still be breastfeeding.
Hey, Ethel, get in here, damn it.
Oh, and such an appetite, too.
He's going to be a big boy.
Welcome to another segment of Frank Fix It, where you, the members of the viewing audience, can send in your broken and disrepaired articles, and our own resident handyman, Frank, will fix them. And tonight we have a very special edition of Frank Fix It, one I'm sure that is going to help you to see our little monster in a very different light. Our letter for this evening begins, Dear Frank, my pet mouse Fuffy isn't feeling well. And when I told my daddy about it, he said, well, I'll be damned if I'm going to pay a big vet bill just for a freaking mouse. Fuffy is very sick, and I'm sure that Frank can help him. Please, Frank, please fix Fuffy and make him feel better. Signed, Little Vinny, age 6. Well, Little Vinny, you don't have to worry, because Frank, I'm sure, is going to be able to make Fuffy feel all better. Right, Frank? And you know why, Vinny? Because even though this hand used to belong to an artist, don't forget that this one used to belong to a surgeon. So now, if you're ready, Frank, fix Fuffy. Oh! Oh, my goodness! Oh, Frank, what did you do?
Oh, I sure fixed him.
You fixed him, well, you big dope. You didn't fix the little fella, you killed him.
Oh, he sure ain't feeling pain anymore, is he?
Well, I guess not. Oh, Vinny, I'm so sorry you had to see this, Vinny. I'm really sorry that...
Hey, it tastes pretty good, too.
Oh, you
Hey,
big...
can I fix something else?
Oh, yeah, Frank, sure. Fix my ass.
Okay.
Oh, boy, I'm just sick about this whole thing, you know. I really... Ow! I break you. Peg in my heart, I hate you. Peg in my heart, you ache. Ooh, stuck in my chest, right through my vest. That's how the impaling goes, and now it's time to decompose. Peg in my heart, I hate you. Peg in my heart. I'm Drac, he's Frank, and this is Action Monster News. In our top story tonight, oh, the Invisible Man was shot in a barn earlier this evening. It seems as if he had been trailed there by police that were tracking him down for questioning. For more on this late-breaking development, we go to Frank.
Details are a little sketchy, but it seems we can piece together a kind of went like this. Yeah. Hey, well, you guys ain't gonna kiss me because I'm here in the barn. Oh, I told you where it was. Oh, bang, 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 bang. Oh, no. Oh, here I go, making my escape on the invisible horse. Oh, bang, bang, bang. Oh. Hey, can I borrow a top coat? It's a little chilly in here. Oh, bang, bang. Oh. Back to you, Drac.
Gee, how did you you do that, Frank?
Did I do what?
Never mind. In other news tonight, our favorite serial killer, Jason, was arrested earlier this evening when he broke into a house where he knew that some teenage girls were alone babysitting. For an interview with Jason, we now go live via satellite hookup to police headquarters downtown. Jason, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Drac.
So, Jason, tell me, what happened?
Well, it's like this. I broke into this house where I knew some teenage girls who were alone babysitting. Well, they phoned for help, and the next thing I knew it, the police were there, and I was under arrest.
Jason, what did you say the girls did?
Well, they phoned for help, and... I forgot to cut the phone wires.
There you have it, Jason. That was a pretty big goof-up, don't you think?
Yeah, I guess you're right, yeah.
Well, now, come on, Jason. Every monster knows that the first thing you do when you break into a house is cut all the phone lines, right?
Yeah, you're right, Drac.
It's in the monster's creed, Jason, and I think it's about time you reread it again, okay?
Okay.
So, there you have it. A very big, costly error for Jason. And now, for a winter weather tip, we go to Frank.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's pretty cold outside, and you better wear lots of clothing, and when you walk on the ice, well, you better be careful, otherwise you're going to, like, slip and break your ass. Back to you, Drac.
Thank you for that wonderful weather tip, Frank. See you next time on Action Monster News. Frank, what the hell kind of weather tip was that?
Well, forget the weather tip. What's Jason killing people over cereal for? What the heck?
Norge?
Huh?
Is now coming to Putin.
Huh?
Is none making, dealing.
Chess?
Playing von Haydn. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh. What happened? Moving that piece and on in the border, for game in the Haydn starting on Beecham, for Haydn mit Norge und Norge Haydn timing, look life mit Eben, Norge, Norge.
Okay, I'll go first.
Sven Fjord.
Oh, yeah, Sven is a Ford. I think it's a pickup.
Sven Fjord. Norge and Eben and Norge.
Huh?
Sven Fjord. Norge and Eben and Norge.
You know, Jack, I can't understand a thing you're saying.
Well, doggone it, Frank, you're not supposed to understand. This is supposed to be like a foreign movie.
Oh, it is?
Yes, Frank. This is supposed to be a tribute to the great European film director, Ingmar Bergman.
Oh, I liked her in Casablanca. She was really good.
No, Frank, that was Ingrid Bergman. This is the director, Ingmar Bergman. You know, he directed The Magician, The Seventh Seal, Fanny and Alexander.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Fanny Hill. Oh, boy, that was a racy movie. Oh.
No, Frank, not Fanny Hill. He didn't do that one.
Huh? Oh, then did he do Little Annie Fanny? Oh, I like that one, too. That's real good. Yeah.
No, Frank, I'm afraid not. We'll see you next week, and until then, remember, fly right. Frank. Ingmar Bergman. Welcome back to the show. I am Count Dracula, and across the box of dirt from me is the Frankenstein monster. Say hello, Frank.
Huh?
And tonight we have a very special guest, the director of A Nightmare on Elm Street, The Hills Have Eyes, and the new big-budget terror film, The Serpent and the Rainbow, Mr. Wes Craven.
Hi, Frank. Hi, Drac. Thanks for having me on your show.
Hey, wait a minute. What's going on here?
Why, Frank, this is Wes Craven, and he's here to do an interview with us. So tell us, Wes, what is your new movie, The Serpent and the Rainbow, about?
Oh, it's about 90 minutes.
And how long is it?
Drac, that's kind of personal, isn't it?
Hey, look, I don't know what you two monsters are talking about or trying to pull here, because I am Wes Craven, all right?
Well, of course you are.
I am?
Why, sure. I'm Drac, you're Frank, and he's Wes Craven.
Okay. Now, if you're Wes Craven, then answer me one question, all right?
Okay.
Okay, I understand that you're thinking of making a sequel to one of your films, all right? Okay. Why don't you tell me the title of that film?
Well, I guess it's a little early to let the cat out of the bag, but are you familiar with The Hills Have Eyes?
Oh, Wes, that was one of my favorites.
Well, the next movie I'm directing is The Hills Have Ears.
What?
You want to hear the theme song?
Sure.
The hills have ears, and it's kind of frightening. And my name's Wes Craven, and I'm gonna direct it.
Hey, wait a second. I'm Wes Craven. I'm Wes Craven. You're not Wes Craven. I'm 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 Wes Craven.
Mr. Craven, wake up.
Oh.
Wake up.
Oh, ooh. Guess I was having a nightmare. I dreamt I was in the Frank and Drac show, you know? And except I was Frank and he was me.
Then who is Drac?
Drac was Drac. Yeah.
Wow.
And it was awful. And I knew that before it was over, Frank, who was me, was going to say that I, who was him, was going to direct their movie, The Road to Transylvania.
Ooh.
Oh, great news, Wes.
That's right, Wes. Great news. Guess what? We just got off the horn from the coast, and Barry Diller at Fox has given The Road to Transylvania a great big green light. And guess what, sport? You're gonna direct it.
Hey, wait a minute. I didn't sign to any contract to direct your movie.
No problem, because you were still asleep then, but I was still you, so I signed it for you.
Yeah.
Well, if you two monsters think that I'm directing your movie, The Road to Transylvania, then you are the ones that are dreaming.
That's right, Wes. This is a dream.
Wake up, little director.
Wake up,
Time to go to
Wesley.
school.
Wake
it's
up.
time to go to Addison
The
Junior
school
High
bus
School.
is going to be
You wanna
here
be a Collingwood
soon,
Railroader,
Wes.
don't you?
And it's Jim.
Frank and Drac.
Yes, Wes.